Hello everybody out there in Ustream land. Do a little intro here for the YouTubers that'll be watching this recording later. If you are watching this on YouTube, you are watching what was broadcast live on Ustream at Ustream TV, Ustream.tv. You can look for Inky Obsessions and follow my channel, then you'll be alerted every time I go live. This will be a long recording, probably 2 to 3 hours. And once I'm finished, I can push it right up to YouTube. So it's much quicker and easier for me with my limited time to get a video up on YouTube these days. And I also have a live chat going off to the side of my live window where I can chat with my friends who are now joining and trickling in. I see Rain, Vicky, Denise, Linda, Jean. Hello, ladies. That's my ladies in the box. Broads in the box. Hey guys, thanks for joining. So I thought I'd try to get a stream today. I went to the Queen's Ink last night. Patti is starting to do, Patti Euler, I'm not talking about myself in third person. Patti went to Queen's Ink. Patti Euler at Queen's Ink is doing something she's calling Creative Connection. So it's kind of like a big play date where you pay like $20 to go in and share the space, and you can use all of her dies and cutters and tools and stuff. And she also gives you 20% off anything you buy in the store. And we hung out from like 6 p.m. until midnight last night. So that was really fun. Kept the store open for just us after hours, of course. And so I took over. I've been meaning to try to make another polymer clay project to get it in my Etsy shop. As most of you probably know, we have two yellow labs, Mojo and Babe. And over the last 3 months, we have racked up a $10,000 vet bill. So I thought I'd try to exercise some leverage in my Etsy shop, see if we can start putting a little ding in that. So to save some time, I came down early and did 2 coats of gesso. This is a plain wood recessed frame that I get at Michael's. Right, you can hang it either landscape or portrait orientation by way the hooks are. So I came down early, put a coat of gesso on it that raises all the grain, then I sanded it, another coat of gesso, and then I put the coat of mastic on the bottom just to strengthen and give this some good suction. That's not the right word. Something to grab. Tooth. Hello, tooth. You can see the roughness on there. That's the coat of mastic, which is just like mastic you'd put on a floor or a wall and then put your tiles into. This is a very thin coat of that on here, and then I painted the inside with gold metallic fluid acrylic paint. So we got all that done, so we didn't take an hour on the stream trying to do that. So now I'm going to talk to the broads in the box. Hey Linda. Linda, music scrap is Jean. Yeah, it was, you know, that's just what it is. We treat our pups like they're our family because we think they are. So when something happens, you got to take care of them. And not only that, not only the vet bill, but we lost money for Dave's part of the cruise. We had planned our 4th attempt at our belated honeymoon cruise. And this is the 4th one that has been canceled and we lost money on due to extenuating circumstances. So we just decided that we will decide on a Friday to take the next week off and all 4 of us jump in the truck and go somewhere and not plan a 1.5 years out like we did. Anywho, oh, I got these new, you guys know Moo cards, right? I wanted to show these to you. Hey, Stack. Hey, Rob. Oh, Peg. Okay. These screen names, they'll be the death of me. Hey, Willa. And Lucy. LJ. Moo cards. I had these, the first ones I've been using were these mini ones, which I thought were really very cute. Let me switch my windows around here so I can see what I'm doing live. And see if I'm off track too much from being on the screen. So I was using these little jobs, right? And they came out with these the 4x4 cards. And now they have glossy finish and rounded corners. They've gotten even fancier. So I had some more made. With some of my, whoops, where are we? Some of my images here. Jelly prints. Oops, hello. I love this. I have this on my skin on my computer. You guys have seen that before. And some more recent, that was one of my favorite ATCs that came out of that recent collage. Right, patina print. Another polymer clay tile project. Another clay tile. So I love those. Anyway, I just wanted to share those. If you don't know Moo cards, they're a really cool place to have your own custom cards made. So they're Moo cards, M-O-O. Yep, you used to have to order them and they'd come from London, although the shipping and everything was very reasonable. Now they produce them actually in the US too. They have the mini Moos, and then those larger ones are, I think they're just called squares. They're square Moos. So here's the tiles that I made last night over at Patty's. I needed to increase my stash. Separate these by what they are here and get myself organized. Black and white, some metallics. I'll show you some of these closer up when we get myself figured out here. Hey, Zandra. For some reason, my black and white ones aren't real dark black and white. I think it's a different ink I used. I forgot my ink pad and borrowed my friend Donna's. And it was a different kind of ink than I usually use. And I think baking it, I think it lightened up a little bit. It's more of a dark gray scale than that stark papa that I like, but it'll work. Here's some that I didn't get around to painting. We were there for 6 hours and this is what I got done, but some of them I made a little bit more intricate with putting some beads in them. Hey, Colleen. Stack of Shapes. What is your name, dear? I had some molds that I was playing with too. I made some little angel wings. Patty, do they have an oven there? I took my own, Denise. I have that little polymer clay oven. It fit right in my scrap tote bag. Schlarmack. Hello. Hey, Lynn. There's some new names that I don't know their real names. Sheesh. All right, getting almost organized here. Ooh, hot flash fan. Hang on. Lawsy. Right. All right. I'll show you a couple of these that I did a little bit of extra stuff on. I did this combination of that brilliant blue and the bright aqua green Liquitex blend, and I set some copper beads in one and some gold beads in another one. Just make a little channel in the clay with a skewer. This one I just put micro beads in, the 2 channels of the design. Oh, Safia, hello dear. Just some beads set up on top of that one. And this one. This camera doesn't zoom very well. I don't think they make a very great zooming webcam. If they do, I haven't found one. I've been looking for one. And then here's one with some purple in it. So I just kind of mixed it up, right? And here's the little angel wings. I had a mold for those. And then some little steampunk gears. And a little sun face. Right? So those were different ones. And then these were like, these are the Michelle Ward stamps. Oops. And I did these with a gold pigment on the raw white clay, and then I came back with the platinum pigment and just hit the high spots with that, so it kind of gives it that two-tone metallic look. I really like those. I think I'm going to put these at the top and bottom of my piece like I did that one other one some time ago. So you know what, let's get started slapping some stuff down here. I need to have a look at some other tiles here too. Yeah, it's a different camera, Rain, when you can do that. I can do that on my regular camera, but this one doesn't really zoom much clearer. Is that any clearer? Oh, it doesn't look like it on my camera. When I do that on my yeah, Safia, I know that slab roller, a lot of things are hard to find overseas. But it's the type of camera. The webcam doesn't have the zoom built in like my video camera when I do just a straight recording and then edit it and push it up to YouTube. That thing is high def and you can't believe what the clarity of what you can see in there. Try to move these out of my way here. Let me get semi-organized. It's this camera, Jean. My other camera, it's unbelievable how much clearer that is. It's a nice dark one. Alright, let me rummage through here. See if I can see the difference in that black and that black. Can you tell that? It's a lot. And that's a real good one. See what I mean? That's not probably even really showing up that great. It's a noticeable difference. You'll have to trust me on that one. Get some of these little pieces out there because I will need those at some point. All right. Yeah, it was. One was, my archival is the darker one. And the other one, what the heck was that called? It was another black permanent ink pad that I used. Don't remember what it was. I want to look in here because I made some other extra painted turquoise ones when I did my the video for the hashtag Love Summer Art deal. I had some more of these colors, so I want to pull these out. Oh, more than I thought. Jackpot! I don't like that one. Oh, look at all these. Yeah, look, rain. There's the rain ones. Wow. This can be like a massive turquoise one. Holy moly, mama. You just keep on coming out of here. Alright. Another orange one. Oh, here's one. Come here, you little rascal. Trying to hide from Mama. It's not nice. Not nice. Alright. Hi, Patricia. Thanks for joining. That's a new name. Creatively Amy. That's a new name to me. Welcome. Thanks for joining in on this hot sunny Sunday here in Baltimore. I'm getting ready to make hey Marion, getting ready to make a polymer clay tile mosaic piece. These are, can you tell these are some of my favorites? I'm making the black with the platinum. Me likey. Take some long skinny ones for my little grout sticks, which I will eventually need. Alright. That should get me started. Wow, I'm gonna taking up a lot of my space here. How am I gonna work this? Alright, let's try this. Hey, Eugene. Alright, where's my top? Okay, this is my top. And I like the orientation to be vertical. This is 18 inches long by 5 and something wide. Yeah, I just like the vertical way. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use some Well-Bond adhesive to do the gluing. And I usually squidge out a little pile on my palette paper and start gluing. So I'm going to do this at the top this way and this at the bottom this way. I really liked how that came out on the other one that I did. Make sure I'm in the frame here. Where do you get those long frames? Yep, it's Michael's. I don't know if it's Michael's brand, but I got them at Michael's. And they have a square one as well that I've done projects in too. The square one, it's about 8 or 9 inch square, and it's got an inset in there where the corners round out, so it makes that a little tricky to get that filled in. I usually do it with micro beads to take up that extra space. That's usually what I use for the grout. So I put a little layer of this Well-Bond on the frame. And you can go outside the line, and even if this dries, you can glue on top of it still. So I think I'll just go ahead and do that this whole top end here, because this will get boogered up here pretty quickly, and I have my hot flash fan on, so that's just, I'm just asking for trouble there. But this will kind of reactivate and have its stickiness restored. And on this I used pearl. I ran out of white, so I was using the pearl clay, but it comes out the same. I cover it up anyway. Yeah, I like it this shape because, you know, oftentimes in our house, I know when I'm putting things on the wall and however different ways the room's laid out, you can find a skinny little wall where it looks like it could use a little something, but you know, you have a hard time finding something to put in that space, and these fit just perfect. We have a little skinny area of wall. It's probably not even a foot wide, maybe just a foot, 10 inches or so, between our patio door and the little bit of a wall that comes out to divide our dining room from the other part of the house. And there's a light switch there, and there's all this blank wall, so I just slid one right up there, and it looks great. Oh, hello, Butterfingers. So I'm just going to eyeball this for center. I don't get too overly picky about it. Figure if somebody's going to pull out their micrometer and have to measure that to see if it's in the center, it's close enough for me. And then I'm just giving it, you know, kind of firm squeeze. And that's pretty much on there. So, how do I want to do these tiles? Start out with one of these up here, maybe. And maybe an orange one over there. Well, let's just start sticking them. And that's one thing, if you overthink this, you'll never get started. If you try to, like I used to try to lay out part of the design before I even stuck the first tile down. And that one's a little, I'm going to go on this side with this one because of the way that tile is shaped. It's a little curved. Sometimes these long stick tiles, if they're not laid on the sheet exactly right, when I bake them, they have a little curve to them. I can cut that off and shave it if I want, but I didn't, so we'll work around that. Grout is the great healer for that stuff when you have a little boo-boo like that. Let's see. I'm going to get some black and white on here too. Oh, hey, Gail. You know, the cruise honestly was my heart wasn't in it, leaving Babe and Dave home. That was I was telling him earlier, our 4th failed attempt at a honeymoon trip. And he stayed home to take care of her when she got out of her surgery. And insisted that I still go so we didn't lose all of our money. So my best friend, her name's Gail, was able to jump up and go with me at the last minute. So I was grateful for that, but my heart just wasn't in it. I did better once I knew she was okay. We got the test back. And it sounds ridiculous to even say that I wasn't, you know, it was okay, because people would give their right arm to have that kind of vacation. But, you know, it just, it was bad timing. But the vet did say it's a good thing that we did the surgery immediately. So it was aggressive, and would probably not have been a good idea to wait another 10 days from this for the cruise, and then however much longer it would take to have gotten the specialist scheduled to get in there. So it might have been 2 or 3 more weeks. So we felt like we made the right decision, and that's what we did. Let's do that. Oh, I need my little, where's my cutters? Ah, crap. Hang on, they're in my bag pack from last night. I need my little, right in my little, you know what I'm saying. My little cutters. This is my stuff I had packed up for last night. I think I put them in here. Did I? I did not. All right. Oops. Oh, here we go. Got him. Okay. Plus, you know, when we first booked the cruise, I don't do well in heat. We all know that. And I had a problem the last time I was in the sun. Actually, it was a few years ago because I try to avoid it. Where I got these rough, watery bumps all over my arm from driving in Dave's Navigator with my arm on the window, the tinted window, for 4 hours. And I got rather burnt up and had this allergic reaction. And oh, that's not going to fit in there. What the heck am I doing? So I was concerned about that, and we went on four excursions. There we go, that one will fit. And I had a 70 sunscreen on, and I had a hat on all the time, and kept reapplying and reapplying. And I thought, oh, all right, I made out okay this time. Well, after the fourth excursion, the fourth day, after I got out of the shower, and I saw what was going on. I broke out in this, you can still see red bumpy marks on my skin that just looks gross. They're all over my arms. They were itchy and raised, hard, watery looking bumps. And yeah, so any longer than that, I'd have been hosed. The boat, I wasn't crazy about the ship. It was the Carnival Breeze. I'm not a cruise expert by any means. I was on two other cruises in my life. And the 3,000 passengers, the main pool was half the size of one of the pools on the Royal Caribbean ship. So we had, you know, a smaller deck and a way smaller pool for all these people. It looked like people soup in the pool, and I thought, you know what? That doesn't even look refreshing to me. So yeah, wasn't a fan. What are you gonna do? But had I been in the sun any longer than I was, I'd have really been hosed, I think. So luckily, by the time that happened to me, we were then on the ship 2 days at sea to return back to Miami. So we did more indoor stuff and tried to stay out of the sun, which is a boring long 2 days. I mean, there's several things you can do on the ship. Spent way too much time in the casino. I can tell you that much. I donated my money to the ship. Whatever I won, I donated back to the cause. Trying to hit big. I didn't get too stupid though, but what I allotted myself is still in the ship. Oh well. Let's see. Should I try to block that off there, maybe? Put that right in there. Where's that other one? That's too long. I know, you know, Rain, one of my friends, she lives in Australia now, Debbie. She and her husband went on a cruise recently, and I think it was out of London, maybe. But they had classes. She signed up on the ship for watercolor classes, and then she came home and started doing all these really awesome watercolor paintings from sketches that she did. And I even looked to see if there was any kind of art class that you could sign up for, but there wasn't. You could play bingo, you could go to the casino, you could shop in the 6 stores that they had that once you saw them on the first day, you were kind of much done. I didn't buy myself one thing, actually. Didn't buy a thing. I think this to go sideways here, but let me fill in a little bit more up here first. Let me do that. Do I want to bring some of these black in here? I think I do. It's too big. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in the sun in my earlier days. I was born and raised on the water off the Chesapeake Bay. My dad always had a boat. My ex-husband and I always had a boat. We were offshore scuba diving the shipwrecks or fishing in the Gulf Stream, depending on what crew we had with us. So it was a lot of time, and those were the days before anybody knew what sunscreen was. Sunscreen? What is sunscreen? No, get out the baby oil and iodine and one of those metallic colored shields and try to really blaze yourself into skin cancer. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Alright, let's see. I feel like I need something kind of metallic-y in there. Not wild about that one. Did I have that one in my hand already? Yes. Maybe this. That might take up some room there. I have to trim that puppy now. Or maybe I'll just put it there. See, this shape around here is very tricky to have to you know, cut the edges to fit in there. You know what I'm trying to say. What I can't say, but what I'm trying to say. Let's see. I'm going to put that there, maybe. No. No, I don't want to put another one of those there. I spread those out a little. I don't know why I want to put the pens there, but it's about the right size for a lot of that space, and it's a nice stark black and white. So I'm gonna pencils, actually. Make sure that's straight. Alright. Maybe I'll end up putting that one there, but we'll see. Yeah, Jean, that's a good idea. If only I were that bright. Alright, let's see here. That's a different color turquoise. Could nip that corner off and lay that one in there. Maybe that's what I'll do. Let's see if that works. Kind of gotta like undercut that, like bevel it back a little bit. Oh, this one isn't even glued down yet. Silly girl. These are, I think I've told you guys before, my inspiration I get from Laurie Micah. If you don't see her, if you don't know her, you haven't seen her book, and you have any interest in these kind of tiles, you should really look her up. She's awesome, awesome work. Her book is Mixed Media Mosaics. I can show you here in a second. Let me get my hands free. I like to try to promote her when I can. I really like her. She's coming back to the Queen's Ink in 2016. This is her book, Mixed Media Mosaics by Laurie Micah. There's her name. And tons of projects and all the how-tos, step by step, are in here. How she paints her tiles, how she inlays them, how she leafs them, embed stones. You know, she makes boxes and jewelry. Really just stunning with pictures. And all these different shrines and different things that she's made. Beauty mess stuff. And she's got her resources in the back where she buys all of her little bits and pieces. Alright, let's see where we are here. Maybe I'll put a gold one out here sideways like this. That might be too much of the same color right there. Find just the right one. Nope, too long. Still too long. Still too long. I do. I cut these all the same size. I do believe I may have. Yeah, I've done some covered boxes, Amy, with, you get these wooden boxes, they're called document boxes. They're big enough for an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper to lay flat in it. And I've decorated those, put legs on them, painted them, papered the insides, and then tiled the whole top of it. Cut a wine cork in half and put handles on the sides. They turned out really nice. It's a lot of work though. You gotta really like the person you're giving it to. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. This one's a little curvy. Let's see if I can shave some of that off. Make that a little better. That's a little better that way. You wouldn't think those little hairs of that stuff would make a difference, but it really, really does. We're trying to get it to fit somewhere. Alright, let's see. Do I want to make a purple statement right in the middle? Perhaps. Or this. Oop, that doesn't fit. Too narrow. This one is more than one to go in there. I'd need littler grout with this one in there. Do I want to add purple to the mix? Maybe later. I might, you know what, I might just keep going and come back to this piece. Patty, do you teach online class or this type of project? No, Bear's mom, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, dear. No, I don't do any online class. I've never taught any class except for the one we did at the Maryland Art Weekend. Maybe when I retire, I can get out there and start doing something like that. I think it would be fun. All right, I'm going to leave. I'm going to start below this line here and start adding some stuff in. Get her moving. And I think I am going to put that there. I don't know why it keeps calling to me. So I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I work full-time still, so plus some. Now I got a new boss and it's been really hectic. So it's just not something I have the capacity to do at this time. Maybe one of these days, if I live long enough to retire, perhaps I will then. I'm going to put that in there and bring a little purple into the mix. Darcy, are you asking me? Am I the P, or is Paula on? If I'm cleaning today. I am not cleaning today. There's Paula. All right. Let's see. One of these maybe. That's just about the exact size. Funny how that happens sometimes, but when you really need it to happen, good luck with that. Oh, you know what I'm forgetting? Hang on, I'm going to grab some glass tiles. I want to mingle a couple glass ones in there. Let me grab some. All right, let's see what we come up with this. Well, it's a plastic bag, Patty. You can figure it out. Atta girl. Lordy. All right. I hate that when these chip off like that. Kills my whole piece. There's another one chipped. So these are just little iridized cubes. That's a pretty one. That's a pretty one, but I like, let's see. 3. All right. Let's see, can I put one right there? Do I want that right there? Maybe I do. So this is one of the reasons that I paint the whole bottom. Hey Tam! That I paint the whole bottom metallic, in this case gold, because I do incorporate some of these little gold pieces, little glass pieces that are of course transparent. And instead of just seeing that milky white gesso underneath of it and kind of taken away from the luster of the iridescent glass, this just kind of helps that a bit. And also when Laurie was teaching us these techniques, she said that she likes to put the metallics under there in case she decides not to grout with either grout or micro beads. I've never used real grout on these. I think that would be a mess. I use micro beads when I need grout. But see that little, how that pops when you, certain ways that turns, you can see that iridescence on there. I need to do something with the lighting. How many times have I said that? Looks like gasoline on water. So I don't want to put these too close to each other. Let's put this one here. I really like these gold ones. I have silver ones too. They look like little molten splatters of gold on the tiles. They really add a nice little pop in there. All right. Okay, let's carry on, shall we? A little long. It's kind of a cool looking one. But I don't want to get too let me find something for in here first before I press on. That one looks too clunky. Put that off to the side. I'm not using that one in here. They're not meant to be different thicknesses, Marion, but sometimes it comes out that way. Which actually, I kind of enjoy because it gives it more texture on the piece. Instead of being flat completely, it's a little up and down. Hey, CB. That might be should put that away from some of these other brighter blues. Oh, let's see. Try this one underneath of there, maybe. All right. Here it is, right in front of me. Why didn't you tell me? You don't have to put as much thought into where every little piece goes as I may appear that I am. My brain's kind of on slow today, so I'm kind of overthinking it a little bit. And really, when you get them all down there, all these colors kind of go to with each other. As long as you don't have, in my eye, a clump of these colors and then a clump of these colors where they're more blended in, I don't think you can go wrong. I don't think you can. But again, what the hell do I know? I'm going to get some orange in the middle there somewhere. Can I put in here? Maybe I'll put the orange over that way. Or maybe not. I kind of like to twist up the orientation a little bit more than that area is right there. which of course makes it more difficult on me. Maybe I'll do that. Go this way. There we go. I don't have a you know what, I don't have a pen. I have individual pen and individual long brush, but this stamp was just the like, oops, the tip of the pencils. Yeah, I like that one too. I do. Get some more orange back in the center here. Oh, my paint's getting boogered up. I mean, my glue. Hot flash fan is not helping me out today. Well, it's helping me out. It's not helping my glue. This gets real boogery. That's a Cheryl Kahn stamp, that one there. That little pictography kind of person on there. Yeah, Marion, I don't use the pasta machine for the tiles. It's too thick. Sorry, too thin. I use the slab roller that you can get for polymer clay tile. And it has guides on the side for different heights, so you can try to get a slab all the same size. So, let's see. Where are we? I think I need some more black and white over here. That's kind of a cool one. Do I want to go down the side with that? Let's do. See all the paint boogers on my brush? Let me try to clean that off a little bit and get a fresh blob of glue. Marion, I can tell you that Laurie Micah just does it by hand with a rolling pin. She's got a solid wood rolling pin, not the kind where the handles spin, because that won't work. You need a solid piece of wood. And she just rolls it out, and it's like even right off the bat. I cannot do that. I do not have that gift. So that's why I decided to go with this slab roller. I didn't even know about it. My friend Donna saw it, and I was like, ooh, I gotta have one of those. And I think they're like 12 bucks. It was well worth it for me to get it anywhere near close. I'd find myself rolling and lopsided, and they still come out a little lopsided, and I can't figure out why, because I've got the roller touching both guides, but it's part of the charm, I suppose. Oops. Trying to get the flattest side against the side of the frame. Alright, we'll bring some more of the bright blue back in there, I believe. I believe. Not quite wide enough. Oh, maybe one of these with the beads on it. Perhaps. Oh, look at you! Little bright. Oh, that's a little bit narrow. Is this one too wide? Ah! I could put that there, but I like it on the other side better. This one. Alright, we're going to go with this one. And I'll deal with the size difference with the grout. Oh, I was telling you guys that I get my micro beads from OOAK, One of a Kind Art Emporium, and she was shut down for months due to an illness. But she's back open. Hey, Jan. How you doing? She's back open again, so I was really glad to see that. I'm hoping she's well, or her family's well, or whatever the situation was there. But she is back open for business. She's got the biggest, best selection of micro beads. That I found. And I looked, especially when she was closed up, I was looking. Alright, let's do something else. Black and white. Maybe the ruler one? And here, perhaps? Let's try it. Oops. Oh my gosh, I had to laugh today. I was going through my email, and I got a nasty note on one of my videos, which I replied to, of course, because I reply to all of them. For those of us not know, what the heck is a microbead? Gail, a microbead is a tiny, teeny, actually here's one laying here. And you may not even ever see that on the tip of my finger. It's a bead with no hole. Just a tiny little, you can't even see it. Grain of salt bead. And I like the metallic ones, the metal ones. She's got glass ones, but they are teeny, tiny, and they have no holes. You know, some nail salons actually glue them on top of nails for extra texture and decoration. I use them in my, in these mosaics for grout. I'll put glossy accents down in between some of these gaps, like see between this tile right here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's a decent gap in between these two tiles. You can see the gold paint through it. But I'll put a little bead of glue in there, and then sprinkle those over it, tap them a little bit, wipe off the extra, and let them work as grout. Oh yeah, Jean, the nasty comment. I'm saying she. Who knows who it is? Said something about it was a live stream, and I didn't watch it back to see exactly what she was talking about because it wasn't, quite frankly, worth my time. Apparently my phone rang and I answered my phone, which, by the way, I have an 87-year-old mother who lives by herself. I don't care if I'm streaming or on fire. If the phone rings, I'm going to answer the phone. I might just say, "Are you okay?" "Yes." "Okay, I'm streaming. I'll call you back." "Okay, goodbye." But I am going to answer the phone. So this person was very upset that I took my time on my recording to answer my phone, and said something like, how did she say that? Something about, do you expect your viewers to enjoy listening to your phone calls? Please keep your videos to just techniques, period. Oh, okay, lady. Kiss my big white one. I replied very nicely that I will do my videos as I see fit. I'll answer my phone as I see fit, and I suggest you might look for somebody else to watch because I'm not changing it on your snarky recommendation. Thank you very much. So, there you go. These people kill me that don't have a clue, don't do their own videos, don't have a clue what the difference between Ustream and YouTube is, and what's going on here, that we have a chat, and who I'm talking. I don't know who the hell she thinks I'm talking to. I told her to please, there are plenty of other people. Please select another artist that's going to make you happy and follow your standards, because it's not me. Oh, God. Also, what a pitiful small life you have, my dear, to take the time to write that down. So the comment will follow her, which is fine. And thank you, I should say, because Shannon Green reminded me that any comments give me more money on my YouTube channel. So thank you. Oh, jeez. Yeah, you know what? The hell with them. That's what I say. You can't take a joke. Adios. Adios, my friend. I'm going to put that one in there. Don't want to block myself in yet. Did I have this one up there? Yeah, it fits in there pretty well. Let's do that. Yeah, Safi, I did see that. Her blog post. That was awesome. You know, it just really tickles me that people would actually take the time and attach that idiotic rudeness to their own YouTube name for everybody to see. Jan, that was it was OOAK, like one of a kind Art Emporium. OOAK Art Emporium. Will that go in there? Let me trim this little piece off there. Put that little chunka in there. Like so, maybe. Maybe not. I'm going to bevel this side in a little bit. Yep, tiny lives indeed. Alright, that'll work. Okay, now what? Need some more orange, brighter orange down here, I believe. I don't want it too close to that. Maybe I'll go under there like that. How about that? Hey Kelly, they're polymer clay. I roll out the polymer clay and then, oh, hang on. I think I missed something. Oh, ha! Some of my followers defending me on YouTube. That's funny. They're polymer clay. I roll out a slab of clay and then I push stamps into it and color it with like these, for instance, it's black clay with a platinum pigment powder, just lightly put over top of them. Some of them are painted, like this one is a white clay that I painted and then wiped back the paint so the high spots are a little lighter than the dark spots. You can add some beads like these I added some little beads too. White with black stamped on it and then baked, and then I cut them up all different sizes when it's raw, and bake those puppies and then start gluing crap down. Oh, maybe not. Hang on, let me get the links open. Yeah, Kelly, I was talking to you. Welcome. That is a new name. Yeah, great. Thanks for being here. Let me get the links open for you guys. All right, links are open. Have at it. Hey, Carol. There we go. That's it. OOAK. Is it Artist Emporium? Okay, I was thinking it was Art Emporium, but you must have found the link. Thank you very much. This one's not wanting to lay flat there. I gotta convince this one this is where it's actually going to go. The pups are doing great. Pat Van. That's a new name for me too. Thank you for joining. And thank you for your nice comment. The dogs are doing great. Kelly, the links are if you want to share a link for like your blog or a product that we're talking about or something you wanted to share, you can copy that URL and paste it into the chat, and allowing the links lets that happen. Otherwise it comes up saying censored where it's not allowed because not everybody shares links. I'm holding this one in place. I didn't have a stroke. I'm just holding that in place. It was a little curved for some reason. I have 2 sheets that I use in my oven to bake these tiles on. One is this heavy hunk of stainless steel that Dave cut for me, the perfect size to fit in there. And that works. Hey, Linda. That works great. The other one is a piece of, I don't know, heavy cardboard or some kind of board that I covered in aluminum foil, and that one, it's not as flat. I get a little give on some of the tiles on that one sometimes. I think I'm going to put that orange one there. Oh my gosh, last night I'd tell you guys, I probably shouldn't tell you so I don't spook anybody. I don't do well thinking about spirits and ghosts and that sort of thing. Don't want any parts of it. So I told you we were at the Queen's Ink last night. My friend Donna Walsh and I were there. There was 10 or 12 of us. And it was for what they called a creative connection, I think Patty Euler's calling it, where we just go and basically have a play date there and bring what you want to work on. I brought my little oven and all my tile stuff, and I made these last night, some of them. Well, we were there until midnight, and somewhere, I don't know, it's around 10, 11 maybe, I walked down to the ladies' room. With the ladies' room, some of you guys have been there now since you were here in Maryland, right? The ladies' room is down the hall. You walk out of the Queen's Ink. It's in an old mill, an old huge brick mill structure. And there's all these different stores where it's chopped up for different stores. And Queen's Ink is up front. And you walk through her back door, and that leads out into the hallway to these other shops and down to the grand ballroom where they actually had a wedding there last night. And then you make a right and go down to the ladies' room. So I didn't think anything of it. I go down there all the time. I went down to the ladies' room, and I went back in the handicap stall. It's the furthest one down. And I did my little tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. And I came out of there, and I just got, like, spooked. Like, I felt like, I don't know. But I get spooked in the dark, so I didn't really give it too much weight. I just thought, don't be an idiot, just wash your hands and get out of this. So I'm washing my hands real quick, like, okay, that's enough. And I thought, this is stupid. So I just slowed down my pace, and then I thought, no, this really feels creepy. I'm getting the hell out of here. So I left, and I got back down there, and I went back to work. And then my friend Donna went down there, and she said, I just went to the ladies' room, and it was very strange, but I felt like I wasn't by myself. And I was like, I got goosebumps in my ears. I was like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I did too. Well, then Terry said that Patty, I don't know how long ago it was, a few weeks ago, I guess, went to the ladies' room after hours, and she was in the handicap stall. And when she came out of the stall, she said it felt like something slapped her up beside the back of her head. And she said it scared her so bad she took off running from there. Terry said when she got back in the Queen's Ink that she was like white as a ghost, pale, no pun intended. And when she told me that, let's get the hell out of here. So Terry said, don't leave me, I gotta close up. So it was like 11:30 by then anyway. So we were closing up, packing all of our stuff up, and we waited for Terry to close up so we could all walk out together. I said, all right, from now on, it's not going to stop me from coming here, but we're going at least by twos to the bathroom from now on. Oh my God. I told them they're going to install a porta potty in the classroom at Queen's Inc., or I'm going to wear Depends. One or the other. The hell with going back down there again. Oh, yeah, Gail, but that was a different Rams. I think that was Annapolis. It wasn't this one, but it's still kind of creepy. And they have their own bathroom. They have a bathroom in the bar there. But yeah, that was kind of like, ew. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, Mama don't like that. Maybe I can bring this purple in, and maybe down here a little bit further, away from this one. This way? I like to mix it up a little bit. Maybe this way. But I'm not going to glue that yet because I don't know what I'm going to put in here. And I have to put something in there, don't I? Let's see. What do I have? Maybe I'll put that one that way. Maybe like that. And I want to get an orange one in here that's got some beads in it, kind of in the center. Is that too? No, that's too small for that. Rats. One with more sprinkles on it. Yeah, I would, if that was my house, I would hammer in a for sale sign in the front yard. And they'd see me like a cartoon character busting through the wall. I'm out. Oh, the hell with that. I know, big girl ain't playing that one. No, she not. That might not be too bad right there. The tray. This is a I got it from Michael's. It's a little recessed wall hanging. I got loose tiles in there. I can't really flip it over, but it's got those alligator tooth, what are they called? You know, the little hangings on the back, so you can do it landscape or portrait. And I like it because they're recessed, so this is all kind of protected in there. What was, oh, I was going to put this black one in there, wasn't I? See how boogery this glue gets? Linda, that means rolling on the floor laughing. All right. A little too big. Maybe I can cut a little piece of one of these off to go in there. I'm laughing at Paula's abbreviation in there. There we go. That one will go nicely right in there. And I try not to have very big gaps for the micro beads because that actually would take a lot of glossy accents and a lot of micro beads to fill in a big wad like that. Hello, Pampered Pages. Yeah, there are some people that I know that actually would love to have spirits around them like that. I am not one of those people. Let me make this perfectly clear. I'll put that piece right there. Creeps me out. Hey, Lesline. All right. Now, can we bring this in? Maybe right about there, perhaps? And I need a little skinny one in there. Or do I want to go sideways there and bring that over here? Oh, I'm talking aloud to myself. So they're not in there yet. That one could go there. That could go underneath of there. Patti, is the clay baked hard? If so, what are you cutting with? It's pretty hard, Kelly. It still has the tiniest bit of flex in it if they're thinner. But I'm using the same blade as I used to cut the raw clay. I just use it more like a guillotine kind of thing, where I like line it up and then rock one side down, right? And pull it down like a guillotine instead of trying to cut straight down through it. More of a rocking motion. Oh, you'll go right there, my little friend. Meanwhile, what's running through my head is what color grout am I going to use? And that one's way crooked. How the hell did I cut that? Here's a good example. I don't know if you can tell by an aerial view how I'm rocking that, but it'll shave off just the nicest little hairline bits, which are like, might as well be a boulder in some cases. I got my brush in my mouth, that's why I'm sounding like I'm strangling. Let's see. Need something black in there. I put that there, what's going to go right there? Maybe one of these? Yeah, maybe so. Getting all boogered again. All right, let me get my... Oh, good, Jillian. It's really fun. It's addicting, actually. I did this when I first took Laurie's class. I couldn't stop making tiles. It's making them like some kind of a maniac. But, thanks, Kathy. Get my paint boogers knocked out of my brush. So I know you're looking kind of far away. Here's where we're going. And see what I mean? It just, they all kind of go, so it doesn't really have to be much rhyme or reason to where exactly you want them to be in the scheme of things. I think I'll go ahead and put that purple one there. So I have, you know, sort of a theme. I've got the turquoise and the orange, turquoises, the orange, and then the a little bit of purple here and there, and then basically black and whites and metallics. So Lou Jean, it would be, but the thing is that you'd have to have multiple ovens to try to keep up with cooking the tiles for everybody. I only have one, and we'd have to have, if everybody was going to do them, we'd probably have to have one oven for like every 4 people. They take about 20 minutes to bake the kind of tile that I use, or kind of clay that I use rather. Hey Susan, congrats on that baby. Yeah, Kelly, for the gaps, I'm going to take glossy accents and squeeze it in there, and then I'll let it sit for a minute, because you'll be surprised how that will, like the level of it will level it, find its way to level out, because it'll squidge underneath of some tiles around it that aren't completely perfectly adhered on, you know, on every little edge of them. So I learned that the hard way. I put the glossy accents in and let it sit for a few minutes and level out, and then I usually have to add a little bit more, and then I sprinkle on the micro beads, let them sit. In some cases I just take my finger lightly and tap them down a little bit, and then invert that into like an aluminum tray to catch the beads, because those little micro beads, they're like little mini super balls. Those suckers will bounce everywhere. You will never be free from the debris. Listen to me, I'm a poet. Let's see. Don't want to put the same color in there. Maybe I'll shave the edge off of that. Sometimes just beveling that back a little bit is enough. Looky there. Perfect fit. I wonder, maybe I should zoom in a little bit more. We'll try that and you guys let me know what you think. Let's see. Hey, Colleen. Yeah, Vicky, we'll probably need about 10 ovens. You think you can get that figured out by next year? Don't do it. I'm kidding. Don't do it. Oop, forgot those weren't glued down. This or over here? I think that looks good next to the purple. There's a lot of purple in that glass. And purple and orange iridescence in that piece. Gosh darn, it's hard to... There we go. Kind of see what I'm looking at. So it kind of goes with these two tiles right here. So I'm going to do that. And of course these glass pieces, they're a lot thicker. Patty, did you make that large tile? I did. I did. That's a Michelle Ward stamp. Kind of a gothic, I think it's on the gothic sheet of her stamps. And I didn't glue this one in, but this one's going in the bottom. Actually, I could glue that in so I don't get too carried away and get too far down the project here and miss my mark for this fitting. There we go. Hello. Those polymer clay ovens, they're, relatively speaking, they're not very expensive. They're about 30 bucks, I think. At least they are here in the US. And some people I know have gone to like thrift stores and bought a used toaster oven. And I know some people that say they use their own stove, their own range in their kitchen, which they say you can do that. I won't do that. I've had one dance with the big C. I don't want to do anything to bring on another one, if you know what I'm saying. There we go. Maybe I'll just, these ones that I don't know what to do with, maybe I'll just shove them down here somewhere. Ha ha ha. That one's not in yet either. Need something lighter in between there. Yeah, they say you can, CB. Susan, I'll just make you sit right with me. I'm going to put blinders on you. We won't give you a chance to get distracted. Hey, it's all about having fun. Know what I mean, Vern? Fun and no drama. That's the ticket. Big girl doesn't do drama. I never did, but now, ain't happening. Not on my watch, kids. All right. Maybe. You kind of just have to make a commitment and glue these puppies down. Like I said before, I tried to put stuff together when I first started, like a puzzle, not glued in, and then try to go back and glue it in as you go. Never works. Something that you think's going to fit, when you actually try to go sneak it in there with all the raw edges that aren't exactly perfect, you find the error of your ways. This thing's been dancing around here all night. I'm just going to glue this sucker down right now. Take him off the list. Ones to worry about. There we go. That's another Cheryl Kahn stamp. Oh, Gail, thank him for his service from us. I like that kind of sideways there, but what am I going to put in that hole? Pray tell. One of those. That would take up most of it, actually. Do we want to do that? Maybe something black there. Cut a little bit of that off. Perfection. Patti, assume the wheelchair company finally found the chair we never... I've never heard another thing about it, Jean. I certainly hope so. I about panicked when I saw that, and I thought, oh my gosh, don't tell me, you know, they're not going to find it and she's going to get stuck paying for that thing. Hey, Joan. Minky5 is my friend Joan from the UK. That sends me all the fabulous stamps and makes papers with my art pieces, patterns in it. And she's been making some clay tiles too for pieces. I sent her some of these little frames from Michael's for wall hangings when she ordered a bunch of stamps and stuff from me. Lizzie, hi! There's my friend Lizzie Werman in Chile, South America. You guys should check out her videos. Lizzie ought to throw your link up there for your YouTube channel or your blog. I've got the links open. Lizzie does some fabulous stuff. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay, so here's where we are now. Actually, Lizzie bought one of my polymer clay boxes I was telling you guys about earlier. One of those lives in Chile. So we're sneaking up on it. Nope, nope. Kind of like this one right there. For some reason, it's calling to me. So I shall glue it down. Alright, let's see. Let me get another one of these in here with some beads on it. Ooh, maybe this one. It's pretty. Maybe right there. Why not? Lizzie, I think the box I made for you was one of my favorites. The color combination and I was going by her favorite colors. And I had pink and orange and black and turquoise, I think. Really came out cool. Okay, Zandra, we'll see you tonight. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. See if I can trim this one a little bit. Could maybe put that there and put that in there, perhaps. I'm trying to also visualize what color micro bead I'm going to use. And that kind of plays in my head for the placement of some of these tiles for what I want to go together color-wise. You dig? Maybe I'll put this over here. I don't know why, but that kind of says, yes, I like that place, Patty. Put me there. There's Lizzie's channel. Let's see, I want that in there. That's too much of that blue right together. Isn't it? Yes, it is. Let's see. I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. I'm going to put that there, maybe. And I have some little beads in that one. That's kind of thin and warped a little bit. I'm not going to use that one on a box. No, I'm not. Maybe some more black I need to get in here. Here's a long stick of black. It's kind of a little cattywampus. Alright, let's try that. Oops, that's a little crooked. That looks pretty good right there. Alright, now I need to bring some black and white in down here as well. A little bit over here. Alright, and let's do something. That one looks like a crazy shape right there. Did I glue that one in? Yeah, that's glued. This is, ooh, that's not glued. Oopsie. Oh, and that's not glued. Holy crap, what am I doing? Alright, let me get my paint boogers out of my brush. And get another little blob going down here. Oop. I'll make smaller blobs. Hopefully I'll use it before I lose it. Oh, I'm a poet. Let's see. I want to get one of these in here somewhere. Let's see. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, let's start with this little black and white guy. Bye, Patty. Bye, Kathy. Well, this is going in my Etsy shop. I'm on a mission to knock down some of those vet bills that we've incurred in the last couple months. Got making a lot of polymer clay tiles to make up for that 10 grand. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Alright, I'm gonna go with this setup right here. I like that. Yeah, it's a little bit too much glue. How did I have that? Here, right? That one there. And some orange on top of that, I believe. Babe's doing really well, Colleen. Thank you. She's still in restriction. She had over 100 staples. It was a huge surgery. It was unbelievable what they did to her, but it saved her. But she had a huge surgery, and all but 4 of the staples came out last week on one of the little pressure point areas. They left 4 of them in to hold where her leg is more bendy. I made you, Lizzie. Now that sounds bad when I made you do that. It was a suggestion. I like that one. I think that one's too thick there. Maybe I'll put that one up there, or right there. Nope, too big. Maybe there. All right, we're getting down to where I really got to think about what I'm doing here. Not my strong suit. I'm going to shave a little teeny weeny bit off of here on this side, I think. Yep, just another little hair. I can't use file folders in some kind of a folder. I mean, stencils, I can't put them in file folder things. I would shoot myself. That would last about 30 seconds when I went to pull the first one out. You guys know how I use them. I got them flying everywhere when I do it. Now, maybe not everybody's a maniac like that, but I need to switch them up and have them all out there. That's just me. Yes, I would love to see what you make with them, Lizzie. You've got such a great eye. I'm sure it would be fabulous. All right. Oh, that's just a hair shy. Might as well be a million miles. No, that's too close. Too close. Maybe. Yeah, it's nice to have them organized like that, but it doesn't facilitate usage to me. That's just me. Maybe there. Maybe that's going to go right there, and maybe you're going to go right there. I'd like to get another glass piece in here. Maybe you'll go right there. Ha-ha! Woohoo! Let's try that. I'm not even watching my time. What is it? 3:47. So I said I was going to stream for 2 hours. This might run a little over. At this rate. Because I'd like to show the grouting for some of the newbies that haven't seen me do it. Okay. I think I can make that one fit a little bit. A little bit more. A little bit more. Hello, lover. There you are. Perfect fit. I have all my stencils, and you know, you guys have seen the big flat drawers that I have on my IKEA cabinets. They're called I think it's the Alex series at IKEA, and they have well, you can't see my hands. It's a pretty wide cabinet and flat drawers. I have one whole flat drawer, they're just in there. They are just there. A little more black and white would do in here, I believe. I wonder if I could cut that and get that shoved down in there. Do I dare? Yes, I dare. Because that's the kind of gal I am. Get rid of some of this stuff. Alright, how was I going to do that? Let's see, this way, this way. Alright, let's try it. There we go. It dropped it down in there a little bit more. That's not too bad. I was able to get a little more black and white down this way. Yeah, then it sits right to my left, Colleen, and this I have my big desk, and then I have two of the smaller Alex sets of drawers that are shorter and deeper on either side of me. And then I have like an L shape. I have a cabinet coming off to my left to make like an L shape in the top drawer. They're really accessible for me. I can just reach over there and grab them and go. You know, maybe I'll bring another little bit of purple down here. Look at you. That's what I'll do. I like to put stuff in odd numbers, so that'll bring me 3 little purple bits into the fold. Or do I want another one in here? Like so, maybe. Or maybe up here. Ooh, that fits in there pretty nicely. Let's do that. So we're getting down here to the point where we're going to have to start cutting every little tile to fit. Alright, yeah, let's see. It's a shame that won't go right there. I wonder if I could... Oh, that's a gutsy move. Will that work? Cut these off in place, maybe? Did I get it? That's just a hair. Actually, I think I can do it. I think I can. There we go. Did I? Hello, lover. I was able to chisel that out of there after I already glued them on. Gotcha. I win. Alright. I'm going to get away from it a minute and see what I think I need and where. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I thought that was going to fit there. What did I do wrong? What happened? Alright. Will that go? It'll take a little bit of the room. I like that bright blue next to the orange and the black and white. So that's why I'm trying to make that work right in there. All right. Might go this way, perhaps. And then we'll go in there. And that's going to be a little tricky for what's left. I'll try to make that a little more exact in its shape. You think you have these cut straight, but then when you go to lay them next to each other, you can see the error of your ways. That little piece of orange maybe should go there. Get some of that orange balance back there. I would love to go to that place in, what is the name of that stamp place? Buffalo? Something? Buffalo Rubber Stamps, perhaps? Nope, that's not going to go there. This, perhaps? Are you guys planning a trip over there, Paula, to Buffalo Stamps? And if so, when? Just in case. You never know. That didn't work. Huh. A week from tomorrow. Oh, on a Monday. Yeah, won't be able to do that. I will get there some point. You can believe that. Messing with this angle again of this shield design. That's pretty good. Whereabouts do you live, Kelly? Alright, now let's see. See, I got these little teeny weeny little grout sticks cut to fill in little slivers here and yon, heather and yon, like right there, perhaps. What the heck do I have on my brush? Alright, let's see. That can go right in there, perhaps. Yes, maybe so. There we go. See how those little slivers will fit right next to that glass piece, that little tiny bright blue? It's a little grout stick. There, and here I put one. Fill in some of the gaps. I can go a little bit bigger. Right there, maybe? Let's see. That little piece will go right in there. I'm going to go the other way. Take up a little bit more of that room and less grout. This way. There we go. Alright. Down to the wire. What do I need right there? A little purple piece would be good there, wouldn't it? If I had a little purple piece. Oh no, that's right there next to that purple piece. Well, that would be silly. Let's see. Orange, bright blue. That would go right there. I'm going to undercut that though. Oops. Big boogers. Ah. It's the only complaint about this glue. Sorry, I just realized I was out of frame. How rude. Okay, now this is a pretty big space. And here, and up in here. I gotta go back again. Let me let that rest for a minute there. Let's go up here and see what we can do. Will that go in there at all? Let's see. Let me see what I can do. Oh, maybe that's still a little big. There we go. Ouch. Oh, I'm holding the wrong side of the blade. Ah, that makes sense. There we go. Put that little piece in here. A little bit more glue. Getting down to the Oops, where'd that go? Is that the one? Yeah. That one fits right in there. Put some duct tape on the dull side of the blade. I know. You know what? I did that on one of my previous blades, Marion, and well, it was washi tape. It wasn't duct tape. And then it got worse so thin, I was picking it up on the wrong side anyway, and I just never fixed it, to be honest. All right. Alright, let's try this. For my next feet, I'm going to kind of draw a line where I want to make that cut. See if that helps me. Sorta. Alright, let me undercut this back side. There we go. That's going to go in there. A little teeny weeny piece. And you got that one to go around that curve. That little turquoise, light turquoise one above the pencils. That fit in there pretty well. This little bit will fit right in here. I know I'm off camera for that one. Now I lost my spot. Was it here? I think so. Thanks, Rain. Let's see here. Let's see. That little bit will go there. Paint bugger. That goes there. Ooh, this is a nice little piece. Crap, and I can't put it in here. I should have put that one in instead of that one. Can I do it? Yes, I can. Let's try that. Watch it not fit. Ah! See what I said? There we go. Okay, so here's where I am now. Joan, you might recognize some of these designs in here from some of the stamps that you sent me. Whew, there we go. A long rascal, let me tell you. All right, let's see. Too big. Too big. Just right. Too big. Oh, that'll be good right there. Hang on. That'll brighten that up a little bit. Is that where I cut it? Well, let's see if I can do this. There we go. And then right there. Is that going to work? I'm going to think positively and just put glue in there like I know it's going to fit like a glove. Oh, and it does. Look at you, you little rascal. Thanks, Colleen. Alright, let's cut this. Oh, wait a minute. Can I use that in any way around here? No. How about up here? Is that the right angle? No, it's the wrong way. Or can I do it this way? Oh, almost. You know what? I might do that. That angle's about right. Let me cut off this end. Is that going to work? Are you going to work, honey? A little bit more. Maybe not. There you are. Fit another little wedge in there. I have a little... Paint's coming off on my fingers in here. I have a little black and white piece. It's one single little pencil that I think will fit up in this sliver up in here, but I didn't want to put it right up against those pencils. Now will it fit? Or now is it too big? No. Nope, too big. That would fit there, but I lose most of the pencil, but sometimes we gotta lose a pencil, you know what I mean? There we go. Get out of there. Need a little bit of glue. Thanks, LJ. Alright, now let's see what we got. What's this? Oh, that's this little piece. I got these little sticks of black and white. Will that work in there? It's going to get shaved off just a hair to fit in there, but I think that'll be good if I can make that work. If being the operative word. Oh, I can make that take up part of that space. I might have to get out the box and look for more little grout bits. There, that took up another little chunk of that. Alright, see now I just got those little pieces above and below that black and white bit. Alright. Whoa, got this over here. There's more than you think when you go back to trying to fit all these little bits in here. This is a nice little black and white piece. That fits right in there. I hate to put it right next to black and white, but she's a perfect fit. So I'm gonna there's that, and I think I can fit this little teeny bit right in there. Oh, the concentration. I'm at my maximum. It's still left kind of a hole in there, but that's alright. I can do that with beads. Is this too skinny? I'm sure you could, Kelly, I'm sure you could make some sort of mosaics with your jelly prints. You know, they sell those little tiles. What are they called? Echo art boards, right? They sell these in different sizes. These are inches, I think. And you could glue your jelly prints to these and have a tile of sorts, which I've actually thought about doing, but just, you know, that's one of those back burner deals. If I get time one day, maybe. Oh, where is that? Crap, I lost my spot again. Whoa. Ow. Oh, daggone it. I used the wrong side of the blade again. I'm going to hack off a digit. Just watch. Paula? Where's the safety manager? That's still too long. Well, that's got to fit. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I put a sealer over these too. It's a what's it called? By Sculpey. It's the matte sealer for the clay, and I put that over all these tiles, not the glass ones, just the clay ones. There's that, and too big. That would work. Just need a little piece of that. A littler of a piece. Well, little rascal. Just another hair. Should do it. Should do it. Let's try that. Bye, Robin. Thanks for joining in. Now, come on, work with me. Get in there, baby. That was a snug one. All right. Shoosh. All right, another little bit up here. That'll work. Right below that little swirl. Is that the one? That's the one. All right. We're zeroing in on it here. I gotta look at the brush. Let that rinse off a bit. Hey, Ange. Right. Where was that going to go? Right there, I think. I lost my place. There we go. Get in there, you little rascal. Alright. Yikes. Wow. Every time I do these, other than square, rectangle, other than straight edges, I should say, I always say, I'm not going to do that again. Yet here I am, doing that again. Hey, sheesh. But they're cool and they, you know, they're worth the struggle, I guess. Sometimes. Oh, here's one. This would be a good piece. Let's see. That's even too wide there. I'll put that little bit right there. Maybe a little schmutz right there, perhaps. Right about there. Oops. And I'm going to try to cut off that edge that I don't want. Right there. Is it going to work? Oh, that worked. Worked enough. You just can't get, well, I can't get these round edges exact. But as long as I can take up some of that space and save the, you know, save that from having to be all beads and glue, that's a good thing. Can I cut this in half, maybe? I doubt it. This is probably just going to shatter, but I'm going to try it. Oh, look at you. You worked. So that should get cut right about there. Is that my mark? Can't really see it. Yep, there we go. That'll fill in a little bit of that. And then I think we're going to call that good. And I do like to have, you know, a little bit of the beads. I don't just want them like in one section where it didn't fill in properly. I do like to have, you know, a little here and there with the beads showing through. Oops, get out of there. Get out. So I don't mind having some of the grout lines. Will this go anywhere? I'll put this one more little piece in if I can find it. Oh, here we go. I'll go right in there. Ah! Right in there. That's where you're going. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I take back the okay. Can I squidge that in there and take up some of that room? Perhaps. Maybe one more little schmutz of a piece. This is going to be a tricky one, if this works. I'm going to take it from the back end. I think that might work. Actually, I do believe it will. Oh, all right. All right, kids, here's where we are. See the little gold shining through on the back? Now, I've seen some people do them and leave them like that, and that's perfectly fine. If you didn't know any better, you probably wouldn't even notice it. But I'm going to fill those in with some micro beads. Of what color, you ask? I don't know. I got to go through that process of figuring out what I'm going to put in there. But first, I didn't plan on being on this long, and Mama must take a potty break. The old bladder ain't what she used to be. So, for those of you on YouTube, sorry. For those of you on the stream, ladies, talk amongst yourselves, and I'll be back in a flash. Well, a flash and a half. I'm not as fast as I used to be. But I'll be back. Sorry about that. Just found out the Orioles are winning over Oakland 18-2. Good Lord. Okay. Now, what color beads are we going to put in here? Pray tell. All right, let me grab a couple colors and we'll go from there. All right, that's the teal. This is called Aztec Gold, and it's kind of orangey. I kind of like those. Those are too bland, I think. He's probably flipping back and forth, Paul, if I know him. He's a channel surfer. I'll be watching, and let's throw a Western in there. I mean, there's always black, but that's almost too stark in this case, I think. Nope. I have other colors. I don't care for the glass ones. I mean, they're really pretty, but I did them on something. I don't remember what I did them on. And they were a little too translucent, I think. Let's see. I think we can rule that out. That's a deep, deep purple. Let me figure out where the heck my other beads are. I took some with me last night, and I ordered some more, so I might have some new colors that aren't... Oh, here we are. That's that purple that I like. That's the same teal as that. Too yellowy. This is the orange one. Less of that one to spill. Alright, let me look at some of these other... I have a royal blue. Huh. I thought I got when I ordered this last time. I thought I ordered like all the colors I didn't have for fear of not getting them. The two shut down again for a while. The other ones look kind of similar. Let's see what we got here. That's kind of, what is this? Chestnut. It doesn't look too bad, actually. That's more of the Aztec gold. That's a different size bead, though. It's got really fine ones. I don't know if you can see the difference in the size of those. Really fine. Fine, fine. Micro indeed. Or black. Can never have too many black beads. What's this? Oh, copper. Alright, let's get... I think I can roll this one out. That's too bland. I'll go with the smaller ones. Those are bigger. Get rid of that one. I don't think... See, now one school of thought says since there's not a lot of purple in here, to go with... Yeah, there's the link, Colleen, that Denise just shared. One of a Kind Artist Emporium. OOAK. One school of thought says add the purple to get more purple in here and kind of make it pull together. And that doesn't look bad, actually. And then we got the copper ones, but that's almost not the right... Can you guys even see that color? It's almost too brownish pumpkin orange compared to the... This is Nicolazo gold on these orange tiles. I don't think that's the right color. I think if I'm going to go orange, I'm going to go with this one. So let me get one that's fuller so you can see the color more. This one, the purple, or the old standby teal. I don't know, I'm thinking the purple's going to pull it more together. I think the turquoise, there's too much turquoise on here. I think we can take the turquoise out. The orange, I think the purple's going to pop more. I'm voting purple. And since I'm here and I own the beads, that's what we're going to do. Oh, it is not a democracy, people. On another piece that I did with the purple, and I really like the way it came out. It pulled, you know, it kind of pulled it all together. Now I need my accent with my needle tip. I love this glossy accents with these needle tip ends on them. Now these aren't the fine line tips. Those are too small. I mean, you have to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger to squeeze the glue out of there. These I got at Simon Says Stamp. It was a, oh, what's her name? Jennifer McGuire does all the card making videos and all sorts of storage videos. She was talking about putting them on her glossy accents and really get a lot of control over it with that. I really like that. Oh, I gotta look for my bin to dump this over. I wonder where that is. Great tell. I should know better than to organize. I can never find anything. Oh, I'll just use one of these tubs. This might be better anyway. Oh, here's my little bin. This is all these choices. Now, I'm not finished with this, even after I beat it, because I'm going to go back. You can see where the frame needs retouching. I just had it see the gold where I painted the inside and the inside lip gold. I got it on the outside edge. I'm going to go back. I won't do that on camera because it's going to take too long. But I'm going to go back with more white gesso or paint all around the edges and clean up the back as well. And I'll probably take, when I paint the white edges, take my Molotow marker with the big 15 millimeter nib and just kind of checkerboard it. So it kind of pulls off of these checkerboards in here. Make it black and white. That's how I did one of the other ones that I've done. So now, I should have got more glossy accents at Queen's Ink. Holy crap, do I have any more? Ugh. Oh, I do. I have a backup jar. Panic. Oops. Alright. So it doesn't really matter where you start. You start where you start. So I'm just going to go in here. Oops. And I'm going to add a bead of glossy accents to wherever I see spaces between the beads. And I'm going to let it build up so it's even with the height of bead that it's, tile rather, bead. I'm going to let it fill up the little crevice so that it's about the same height as the surrounding tiles, is what I meant to say. Not over that, but close to that height. And I'm going to let that sit for a minute because it will find its own level and seep under some tiles, and I'll have to go back and put in more glue in some spots where it did that. And I don't do too much at a time, so I don't want it to get tacky and the beads not adhere, although I've never had that problem. Why start now? Alright. Yeah, it is a lot of work. You know, and this isn't even making the tiles. I spent 6 hours last night making the tiles. And then I spent an hour off camera this morning prepping the frame. And then I'll be 3 hours on here with this and I'm still not finished. So it's a lot of work. Yeah, this is about 5 by 18. This piece. Takes a lot of hours. That's why when you go to sell your art, it's so hard, because if you have an hourly rate in mind, let alone the materials, the hourly rate for something like this would like price it out of anybody wanting to buy it. But that's one thing that I have to start doing, is when I'm gonna start selling my stuff more and more. I mean, I like to make stuff, and there's only so much stuff I can use myself or give away as gifts. And pricing it is the most difficult thing, I believe. Okay, I'm going to go just about, I'll do this one little section here. I'm going to go about halfway down. And then I'm going to go back up and see where the glue's settled into the little bits and holes there and found its level, and fill back in where I need to. Crap, as I say that I see more and more little holes. But this will also help divide some of these colors, like where I have this, oh crap, I'm off the screen, sorry, where I'm off, I have it zoomed in, so I'm off kilter here. Where I have this black and white next to this black and white, the beads will separate that a little bit. That's why you look really Georgia. Yeah, no kidding, Denise. You're not kidding. I do love it. But, you know, with working full time, plus some, as I say now, with my new boss, it's a lot more busy. Which I don't mind, actually. But it makes my hours more precious that I have to do this stuff. That's why I can't do my regular YouTube videos very much anymore, because I just don't have the time to record it and then edit it, and then the uploading alone takes for friggin' ever. And you know I don't do quick videos. And I know there are those out there on YouTube who don't like that. Sorry, watch another channel, let me reiterate. But, you know, that's the way I do it. But it just, they take up too much time. And I got to do a regular, well, I don't have to do a regular Ustream video. I mean, YouTube video, but I probably will for the next hashtag thing that's coming. Remember hashtag Love Summer Art? The one for August is coming up the 20th to the 22nd. So don't forget that. I probably should have mentioned that a while earlier. So now, this seems to have settled. I've added a little bit more to top it off even again. And I'm just going to go in here, kind of hold my finger over so I don't dump the whole works all at one. And wherever I have added the glue, I'm going to sprinkle some micro beads. Yeah, I like this purple. It's funny, you think you found all your little spots, and they always pop up. There's another one. I'm not watching the chat right now. Very precise procedure going on here. Alright. Now I'm going to let that, see how they're kind of like all over the place? Right? They're just bouncing all over the place. And so there's what we get. Now I'll go around where it's kind of raggedy there and brush that up a little bit. And I'll knock off some of the beads that are just kind of sticking in some of the grooves of the tiles around it. And I'll just use a little dry paintbrush for that. They'll find their way into every little crack and crevice. But you can see where I just cleaned up around the top there, where it's more precise now. Right? Alright, now I'm going to watch these and go back again, because there will be some that settle. The glue will settle even further, and I might have to go back and zhuzh it up a little bit more to get the level up right. But I'll just take, I put mine away, one of these little bead trays, you know, one of these little things, and just go in here and pick some up. and go back and kind of put it on little spots that I see. I need a little extra zhuzh. There's a couple that miss right there. All right. Yeah, and then after I do the grouting and then the finishing up of the frame, then I'll go back in and seal every individual tile with that sealer. So it's, I don't know, a good 10 hours maybe to do one of these. Kind of stupid then for what I'm selling them for. I might have to put that up a little bit. Huh. The more I think about it. I don't know what size tip this is, to be honest. I thought I had the packaging. I took them out of the packaging. I'm not sure. I just know. No, this one actually, Susan, I'm going to put on my Etsy shop. Trying to earn back some money for my $10,000 vet bill we've incurred over the last 3 months between my two little knuckleheads. Little by little. Yeah, the problem is that there aren't that many people that would pay that much. That's the ongoing battle for somebody. And why they call people starving artists, I get it. Because it's just, there aren't that many people who can or would pay that much for not just the time, but, you know, the materials. You know, you don't think of stuff about the electricity to run the oven for hours to get it done. And yeah, I know. I've thought about that actually, Susan, about going down there into a couple shops and taking a few of my different things that I can do down there. And, you know, all in hopes of having something to do to keep me busy when I retire and supplement our income. Denise, I forget what it was called. It was, I forget the brand name of it. I think there were 2 in a pack for like, I don't know, $5 or $6 maybe. And it's a lot shorter tip than the fine line. And it's fatter than the fine line, but it's still fine. It's still pretty small. But the fine line, I put on one, and I couldn't hardly squeeze the glue out of it, even the bigger fine line. The tape measure, that's a rubber stamp, Star. There are rubber stamps on white clay with black ink. Yeah, I ran into the same problem when I did my lampwork glass beads, when I did my jewelry, before I got into doing all this stuff, and I just stopped doing it. It's very expensive in the first place, and unless you're going to pay to be in a show, if you do craft shows, unless you're going to pay the $12,000 to $2,000 for your booth at an artisan show, where people know what lampwork is and collect it and appreciate it, it was just more of a headache than anything else, honestly. And I love doing that too, but you know, you get people coming in your booth saying, "Oh, where did you buy your beads?" Well, I didn't buy them, I made them. No, I mean the glass beads. Yeah, I made those. You can't make glass beads. Oh, but I can. I sit behind a 2,000-degree torch with Italian glass rods and melt them in the fire until they become molten. Then I wrap them around a mandrel. Then I add different things to them to shape them, add different colors of glass, add silver, burnish the silver in, encase it in clear, you know, blah, 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 and fire it all night in the kiln to slow the cooling, and then clean out all the bead release and all the holes, and then I sit down and try to make something out of it. So yes, they are $30 for a pair of sterling silver lampwork and Swarovski crystal beads. And even that, I was, you know, not even breaking even at that price. So it just, you know, one of those things. And I always did like one-of-a-kind pieces, and somebody would inevitably say, "Oh, can you take that bead on that bracelet and put it on that one for me?" No. Why not? I said, well, I'd be cannibalizing like $80 worth of sterling silver to sell this back to you for $60. Can't do it. But I think, you know, if I am blessed enough to live long enough to retire, I will pick that back up then. I still have the whole setup. Paula and Carrie saw it when they were here. Alrighty, did I get it all? Oop, there's a little bit. I'm telling you, this stuff sneaks up on you. You think you found it all. I really like that purple against the turquoise too. I do. Alright, my little brush. Alright. Let me see how we did up top here. See, I don't know if you guys can see that, but right at the tip of this glass, those micro beads sunk down a little bit. And I don't like that, so I'm going to add more glue. And add a little bit more beads. Tap those. And I'm going to put some in this little corner right there. All right. By George. Yep. Another little sinkhole. Don't like the sinkholes. Makes it look kind of unfinished to me somehow. Rob and I don't have any plans for any more clay videos soon, or any videos for that matter soon. With my schedule, I just have to kind of last minute jump on when I find out I have some free time, honestly. I will, if I work on more clay, and when I work on more clay, because I will, I know, I've seen me do it, I will broadcast them or record them one way or the other for sure. I know a lot of people are interested in them. And if you ever get a chance to take a class with Laurie Micah, jump on it. She's awesome. I really like her a lot. Oops. Telling you, they jump out at you here. You think you got it, and there's another little spot. But she's awesome. Her book is great. Everything that I'm doing here, you know, if I learn something in somebody's class, I don't like to go back and say, oh, here's how you do it, everybody. I paid for the class, but now I'm going to teach you guys how to do it for free. You know, that's her living. So, but it's in her book, and I do things a little bit different for her. I mean, a lot of people make polymer clay tiles. That's not a new thing. And I kind of, you know, had her as my inspiration, and kind of went my own way with how I do them and how I color them and stuff. But you know, it's all in her book too, so it's, you know, it's out there, and I always try to give her credit as my muse for this stuff. Okay, all right, so here's where we are now. Oh, my over in 3 minutes. I'm already up to 3 hours. Good Lord. Okay, well, let me show you one more glimpse, and then we're going to sign off. So here's where we ended up. Again, I'm going to repaint the frame and trim it and seal it, and all that stuff has to come yet. See all the little grout lines in there? And that picks up and kind of ties together all the purple. And it looks great with the turquoise. So there you go. Let me pop this out of zoom. Can't, it's hard to get, even at that, it's hard to get the whole thing in frame. There we go, this way. So there we are. See the little glass tiles in there popping, and the sheen of the metallic. So as you hang this on the wall, and as you walk, you know, at different angles, you really see a lot of that different depth and flashing colors through there. Wish they let us put little snippets of videos on Etsy, because I think you don't really see the beauty in all of it until you see the, you know, all those little flickers. But anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. Sorry, Lucy. I know I'm spending your money. All right, thanks for spending your Sunday with me, guys. Until next time. Clean up my tile mess, and we'll do some more. Oops. Thanks, ladies. Yeah, I'll try to get on later at on Zandra. She's at 7:30. Is Lisa? I didn't see Lisa on. Is she? I think was going to try.